It's time to turn in the lawyer of the President of the United States. It's the last one. It's the last Twitter post he left. Very exposed for Ignacio, for Alexandra de Moraes, and all those people. Little by little, we start to understand what happened last Friday and why it made us so sad. During the week, we noticed Polo Capelli from Metropolis mentioning that the American parliamentarians, the congressmen, acted behind the scenes in the sentencing process. Many are saying that it won't help at all, that it won't solve anything, so we'll wait for the next developments. Everything indicates, my friends, everything indicates that there really was this negotiation. Paulo Capelli is the journalist chosen by President Bolsonaro to speak with him on the 23rd. President Bolsonaro immediately needs surgery to correct these hernias. I'll show you everything here, what's happening behind the scenes and so on. It's Saturday, but a lot is happening right now. Hit the like button, but make sure you hit the like button. Come be part of our family. Subscribe here, no news available. All day long, all day long. Okay guys, I'm stopping by here before starting several videos to talk about this product, Slim Fair. I've lost 18 kilos, probably even more by now, right? It's been a week and a half since I last weighed myself, and it's been under 2 months, right? In 1 month I lost 10 kilos, and in almost 2 months, now it's already 18 kilos. Sometimes we have that habit, right? I always do that. Sometimes there's leftover food from the kid, leftover from my wife, leftover from my wife, and you go there and finish it. I had already reached 105 kilos. 105 kilos. I'm showing you the footage here. It's from a few months ago, okay? And one of our followers here ended up recommending this product to me. I got in touch with the people there, right? And I'm making it available here because I took it, right? It helped a lot, especially since we have to do all that planning to lose weight and everything. Sometimes it's complicated. The rush of daily life, it helped me a lot. So if you need it, right? Looking to lose weight for a better life? Easily Fair is the best choice. I had my own experience. You can see, look, my expression changed, clothes that didn't fit me anymore. I showed the example with the pants that day. Guys, look at this one too. All of them. And these shorts didn't fit either. None of them fit. Easily Fair helped a lot. We lose inches really quickly. Of course, you also need to have a little willpower, but I'm sure that all of you who have a goal will have it too. It helped a lot. Do you want the opportunity to have an amazing product, a little fizzy powder? Just to wrap up here, you put it in water. After you've had that greasy meal, guys, take it. It's really worth it. Honestly, it's an amazing product. It worked for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for you too. Sometimes we find ourselves in a tough situation, right? We want to lose weight, and it's really hard. This product is like a natural Manjaro. No injections or anything like that. Easily Fair will help you achieve your goals and lose inches.
Look, just in 1 week.
Paulo Capelli, journalist from Metropolis, had already reported this. He had already said everything we've been talking about here for a long time. That, although it's obvious they would hide it, they wouldn't be showing it, they wouldn't be spreading it. The agreement that was made with the United States with Alexandra de Moraes to remove the Magnitsky. And Paulo Capelli had stated that Trump acted in the approval of the bill that reduces President Bolsonaro's sentence. Let's wait and see, because this situation isn't settled. Whether Magnitsky can or cannot come back, it's all on paper. The United States, first of all, had to negotiate with this guy. So don't think that for Marco Rubio, even though he released a statement yesterday that Trump talked to Lula and all, they're handling things through negotiation. Trump won't behave like this guy, who's not a communist and goes around cursing and saying, "Don't talk gently to me." That's just bluster, and we know most of Lula's speeches are like that. He's in that kind of trouble that doesn't amount to anything. Nothing will happen. That's why he goes crazy on stage. That's why he says all that nonsense there. A normal human being in his normal state. You won't hear that from Andrea Sad or Natuzanelli. They'll say he's the most prepared guy. We have to hear that from the world. But we understand the behind the scenes here, right? United States government officials worked behind the scenes to enable approval of the so-called Dosimetry bill, which benefits President Bolsonaro and other January 8th defendants. Reports obtained. It says here that the maneuver involved direct pressure from American representatives and culminated in the approval of the project. Deputy Secretary of State Donald Trump, Christopher Landau, led the negotiations. The Globo staff, they were freaking out. That weasel-faced guy, Otavio Gades, was fuming. We saw it. We watched it. It happened. And that... What are you going to tell me here, Fabiano? But this doesn't mean immediate release, and so on. Every hostage situation involves negotiation. This is a hostage situation. We don't agree with everything that happened, but it happened. That guy over there, for example, who broke the clock, why did that guy have to do something so barbaric? Or those idiots who broke the painting, who went around breaking glass and all that? But we can't agree with that. Giving a 17-year sentence to someone who wrote on a statue with lipstick. That should be community service. Go home and don't do it again. That just happened at the PT Manifesto this weekend. The woman went there and spray painted, not even using lipstick. It's a public monument. They caught her, took her to the police station, and she was released immediately. Wait a minute. What kind of democracy is this? What democracy? No one said anything. No one mentioned who that guy was who broke the clock wearing Bolsonaro's shirt. Pay attention to what's happening. I'm going to show you the lawyer of the President of the United States, right? He sent it here, look. This Twitter? It's time to deliver. You'll have to deliver what was negotiated, right? Does Lula look at what he brings? Will Lula veto the bill to reduce the penalties for the Disney scam? Question mark? The popcorn is ready. Department of State Secretary. He tagged Marco Rubio's secretary. This here. It was yesterday that he released this news here, and then he came with this article here about Lula and all. It's even in English here. Look, we're translating it here. In Portuguese. Look, here it is. Look, let's translate it here so you can see. Look. The article that the agency, right, Empresa Brasil de Comunicação, ended up writing here that will benefit President Bolsonaro and all, right? But he included it and the secretary, right? It's from President Trump. He even brought it here. Look at this. The lawyer Martin DeLuca, connected to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, mocked the possibility of Lula vetoing the Dosimetry bill, which reduces the penalty related to the events of January 8-4. He called the episode with news showing you the Disney coup, right? The article he brought here, right? Martin DeLuca asked if Lula will keep his promise to block the proposal and said that the popcorn is ready to follow the outcome of the case. He tagged the United States Deputy Secretary, Christopher Landau, who worked behind the scenes negotiating the Dosimetry bill. So then we think, oh, aren't we going to do anything else with the United States guys? Martin DeLuca himself is saying it. My friends, my Brazilian brothers, you need to speak out. There's no way we can do anything alone. You need to speak out. He said this several times. It's honking. How do you protest? Honking. It's a motorcade. There's no way to hold a demonstration. We can't just sit around waiting for these guys, who are all there, arguing and talking nonsense one after another. Sorry, Pastor Silas Malafaia, But the fact is, it's not Flavio who should be Tarcisio. That Tarcisio, I don't know what, that it can't be Flavio. He can have his own opinion, right? But not say it like that to the press. It has to be Tarcisio. I don't know what it is, but please marry Tarcisio. Come on. If President Bolsonaro realized what Flavio is, he'd see how beautiful Flavio's campaign is. It's truly beautiful to watch. It's President Bolsonaro. At least that's how I understand it. He knows more than I do, more than you, more than all of us. I understand us. The mention comes after Trump's public statement on the subject in December. Landau said the United States is concerned about Brazil's use of the legal system for political differences and welcomed the project's approval. A week before getting Magnitsky out of jail, he was already active on social media talking about it. And here's the detail. You're going to tell me, Fabiano, but it won't benefit anyone. This P could be, I agree. It's what we know, not what they know. 10 comes to us. Do you know, for example, what was agreed on there with Lula? I'm certain the deal went through extremely fast. See you guys. The innocent must be set free. Bolsonaro's sentence is absurd. We'll see later on. Nothing is lost yet. It's up to us to do our part too. Us. We're going to keep waiting. We can say, waiting for these people. Nothing will happen since we know. But we need to do our part. The United States is doing theirs. I saw an amazing video here. I'm going to show it to you. I want you to admire the man. Look at what our friend says here. I apologize to him. I'm going to use it because it's what I think too. Magnitsky became a bargaining chip. It became a bargaining chip. The United States. I'm giving up. Then you do it, then you'll see these characters. Not that we're the ones in charge here, sovereignty and all, but come with me, see if...
Look at this bomb that just came out. The Magnitsky Act is not over, it hasn't been revoked, it hasn't been annulled, and it hasn't been withdrawn. It was suspended and suspension. In international law, it means only one thing, condition. Alexandre de Moraes was not cleared by the United States. The classification for human rights violations remains active. What changed was the method. Washington removed his name from the UFAC operational list without publishing any formal act, making it clear that the sanction can return at any time. This makes Moraes a geopolitical bargaining chip. The American message is direct. As long as Brazil fulfills the agreements made, strategic silent agreements outside of public debate, the Magnitsky Act stays in the drawer. If they don't comply, it comes back. It's that simple. And these agreements have nothing to do with innocence. They have to do with the interests of the United States. Containing China, controlling strategic routes, rare minerals, hemispheric security, and regional stability. Human rights didn't stop mattering. They just became a tool for pressure. The cases against Alexandre de Moraes are still ongoing in the United States. Visas have not been fully restored. No American authority has called it a mistake. The Magnitsky is just suspended. Those who celebrated thinking they'd won misunderstood the game. The sanction isn't over, it's set up, and Brazil today is playing under total surveillance from the United States.
Great video, great video. I'm not sharing this information, this news here to make everyone happy and cheerful. It's what we're understanding. We were hurt, that's a fact. Everyone was sad. But how does Trump just take it away like that and all? But understand, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes there. We don't know. Of course, the left is going to mock. They were going to make all kinds of jokes. But understand that a week later, Saturday, I was extremely sad. Last Saturday, I was extremely sad. Now, it's another Saturday. A week later, things start to make more sense. It all starts to make much more sense. Paulo Figueiredo and Eduardo Bolsonaro. We're giants and are being giants. What are these guys doing? No one has ever done this for this country out there. Paulo Figueiredo is taking a risk. How long has it been? No, really, how long? He's the grandson of President Figueiredo, Eduardo Bolsonaro. He could be in his comfort zone here. He could be visiting his father. He could be getting his salary. He could be a congressman. They are paying the price. We are the resistance. And to wrap up, come with me here because I want to show you something, okay? Besides all this information, Martin DeLuca also added something here. He shared information from Lorival Santana from Cable News Network. Lorival Santana also has behind-the-scenes information about American politics, and he added it too. The United States signs an agreement that provides for the presence of American military personnel in Paraguay. A main focus is fighting organized crime. Paraguay is the second country with the largest presence of the Primeiro Comando de Capital after Brazil. And the Trump administration is pressuring Lula to classify criminal organizations as terrorists. Then he did the analysis here on Cable News Network. Trump is imprisoning Lula. Lula can't curse, can't brag, can't do any of that now. Because what can Trump do? To finish? You see that tariffs don't work. Tariffs don't work, even though some say that sanctions don't solve anything. Sanctions don't solve anything. They don't work. Apply the Magnitsky Act to 1 through 5 people. So you can see if they won't start jumping. At that point, the thing here wasn't tariffs, not tariffs, but sanctions. Yes, and they took the first step. They'll comply. Okay, good. Everyone goes on with their lives. All right, if they don't comply, we'll keep an eye on it. Hit the like button to boost engagement. This video is important. For you to share it in the groups, grab the link and post it there. Group link. And come be a part of our family. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't leave without subscribing, okay? I'll be back soon with more news and information here on the Pais e Filhos, Fabiano Guigué channel.